How you doing, everybody? If you're new here, my name is Justin. Most people just refer to me as GDT, Garage Day Trader. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, thank you for being here, checking out this video. Today we're going to be talking about my top stock for 2022 and beyond. Now, if you guys were followers of the previous channel that I had, you will know that 2 years ago, I called AMD in January of that year, and that was when it was at $30, and we all know what happened to AMD from there. So in this video, we're gonna pick this year's top stock, which is, in my opinion, in no way financial advice. And full disclosure, I am already long in this stock, but planning to add more. The goal is to get several hundred shares of it, and then sell covered calls along the way to make a little bit of extra earning potential on the stock that I own and plan to hold. So in my mind, this is a long-term investing trade, not something that I'm looking to make money quick on, but long-term. Here we go. What are we talking about in this video? What's my top stock for 2022? Let's find out. Let's go. Okay, my top stock for 2022 is Chargepoint, stock ticker CHPT, my number one stock for 2022. What is Chargepoint? Well, we're on the website here and you can see it is basically just charging stations and beyond for your EV vehicles. So for businesses, for fleets, for individual drivers, and with the uptick in electric vehicles, government pushing for electric vehicles, do it. All the electric vehicles that are currently coming out from Tesla.
Sure? Yeah.
Oh my God. To Ford, the F-150 Lightning, to the new Hummer that's coming out, to LCID, to all these other companies who say they're making an electric vehicle, but we haven't actually seen one yet. This is going to be in high demand in the future. So Chargepoint is one of the up-and-coming companies in the electrical vehicle charging field, and they've already gotten a little bit off the ground and a little bit running. They just went public in September of 2020, so they have not been public for that long, but we're going to take a dive into Chargepoint today and talk about why I think they're the best stock for 2022 and beyond. All right, so Chargepoint already offers over 30,000 places to charge in the United States already in place. 30,000 stations. That is a lot of stations. So there's ones for businesses, there's ones for fleets, there's one for individual drivers, and you can see all these options up here. They've already got a mobile app that's out. They've got a charging map that you can find a local charging station if you need to get to one quickly. So Chargepoint is well on its way to being one of the top providing charging units out on the market today. As you guys know, there's Tesla, there's a few other ones out there that already have stations in place. I would say Tesla is probably the biggest one, but Chargepoint is well on its way to becoming one of the next big charging platforms. One of the big areas that I think has the potential for growth is apartments and condominium complexes, where you could see them having them installed several units at each apartment or condo. So as more and more people are buying the electrical vehicles and more people are needing it, and the big central hubs like at your gas stations or your supermarkets where you find the 10 in a row or whatever, especially around where I am, there's pretty much only one major charging hub where I am. I don't live near a big city where there's much more, but I think you're going to see much more of these popping up where each apartment or condo unit has one or two, maybe three, and then obviously you can get them for your house as well. But Chargepoint's already there, already ready to go, and installing these at apartments and condos so that you can access it right from your home.
What kind of company builds an electric vehicle charging network even before the first mass-market electric vehicle rolled off the assembly line? Okay, we admit it. It's us. We're Chargepoint. And our passion, no, our obsession is helping everyone make the switch to electric mobility. We see this moment in time as an opportunity to change the world for the better. And since change is hard, the best thing we can do is build a robust network that makes it easy for people to switch from the old way to the bright and shiny new way. And that's what we've been doing since 2007, designing a charging experience for businesses, fleets, and drivers that is as easy, convenient, and seamless as possible. We've built North America's largest charging network, and we're rapidly expanding in Europe. We've worked with everyone from automakers and utilities to policymakers and influencers to pave the way for EV ubiquity. And we've developed advanced software that makes the charging experience simple. This is way more than just business to us. Electric mobility means cleaner air. And what's more important than that? It's this passion that has driven us to deliver more industry-shaping innovation than anyone. We'll be dreaming and driving and innovating new ways to make the EV charging experience as user-friendly as possible every waking moment we have. We can't help it. That's just who we are. Chargepoint.
All right, so let's dive into the numbers here for Chargepoint real quick. From their earnings standpoint, they are not a profitable company yet. The brand new company, still not in profitability. You can see their estimated and reported earnings per share so far, losing about 20 cents per share, I'd say, on average over the last 3 quarters, and it's been a little bit bigger than expected the last 3 quarters as well. So that's kind of one of the reasons that if we take a look at the stock, it has been dipping ever so slightly. Earnings potential and estimated profitability is looking somewhere around in 2025 is the closest estimate I've been able to find that the company may become profitable. So if we look at their chart, you can see they became a public company back here September 16th of 2020, which is quite an interesting time to become a public company because that was during COVID and when the stock market was absolutely booming. So you can see what happened immediately that day. They shot up from the IPO price of 10 all the way up into the 14s. Got all the way up to a high of almost $50 at the peak of the boom here on Chargepoint, and then has kind of faded off pretty much with everything else throughout the rest of the market after the IPO, which a lot of IPOs do, and then with the downtrending market over the last several months, we are back down to $13.22 a share. So like I said, I am already long in this. I have an average of about $14.50 right now, and I'm going to continue to add into this, and I'm looking for a long-term hold over a year, maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 years into 2025 and beyond on Chargepoint. I think this has a high probability of going higher. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is just my pick. And one of the reasons that I really like Chargepoint and its potential is I think it has a very high potential of being a buyout. So there's a lot of electrical vehicle companies out there that are making the electrical vehicles but don't have already a charging network in place, may not want to get into it on their own. Chargepoint is already going to have all of that installed nationwide throughout the country, throughout the world. It has a very high potential for a buyout from one of those big name automakers, in my opinion. Obviously not Tesla, who already has their own, but you never know. So all these reasons and more, it's a big time to buy the dip right now on Chargepoint, in my opinion. This is my top stock for 2022 and beyond. We'll check back in again on it next year to see where it ended up. Was I correct? Was my position in the money? We'll find out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good one.